Welcome to Trading Lounge and the soft commodities report. And most of the soft commodities are pretty much on track of what we've been discussing before. So all pretty simple, as most of them are in impulse waves. So starting with soybean here, and then we'll look at meal and oil. So in this case here, we're looking from this corrective pattern here. It's in 3 waves. And we're looking for 5 waves up. So we can see that we've got wave 1 and 2 in play here, and we'll be looking up for wave 3. I have got an extension of 1.618 as our target area here for the top of the 3rd wave here, and then the 4th and then the 5th wave. As you know, you'll be working through the levels. So we've got 1.1 here, and then we've got group 1 here. So this target up here would only be reached in the 3rd wave if support came on top of group 1, which is the 30 there. And that normally takes some doing, so there's a fair bit of wiggling around at that point. We'll just be mindful of that. But besides that, the trend up is looking quite good in this case. So let's have a look at soybean meal, as that's been travelling quite nicely as well. I've just tweaked the wave count a little bit, and in a nutshell, we're also looking for 5 waves up here too, in line with soybean. So in soybean, we'd seen that we had a wave 1 and 2. Well, that 1 and 2 is in here, just smaller. So we're heading into the 3rd wave, the 4th and the 5th. Once it completes, then it will fold back into wave 4 of the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So I've just got it there as a bit of a picture, but that's sort of what we're looking at here. And if I was wrong and this market was going to continue to trend to the upside, then it would need to find support on top of minor group 1, which is 43,000 in this particular case. So we've got plenty of time to get there and have a look at that as it goes. So as it is, if you're long, then stay long, because we'll be going higher there. The soybean oil's been dragged up a little bit, but I think that it's, where are we here? Just bear with me a second. Okay, here we go. So in this particular case here with soybean oil on the 2-hour chart, we were looking for an ABC correction to the downside. And we had 5 waves here. So after the B wave pulling back 61.8% roughly, then we're looking for 5 waves down. Now, part of this is easy to understand in the 1 and 2 here, and the 3rd wave down to here. And I think that we were looking for a 4th wave and a 5th wave down into this level here, but because obviously soybeans and the other value-added products like the meal and stuff have been moving higher, it's sort of really dragged this up here. So I'm wondering if we've got the, from here, we've got 5 waves in this little sequence here for wave 1, not a problem. Wave 2, this would be wave 3 here, wave 4 here, and wave 5 here for wave 3. So then we've got the A, the B, and the C for wave 4, and down for wave 5. It hasn't made a new low, it's truncated. So I'm thinking that this is in play here as wave 5 of C, and that's the end of that correction there. But I can't really confirm that as such. I mean, this moving up here as a wave 4 here really starts to overlap wave 1 here, which is breaks one of the 3 Elliott rules, and this one always being the weakest one when it comes to trading derivatives. So look, I think there's enough price action, and there's plenty to keep you occupied in the other beans rather than this one here at the moment. Okay, sugar. So sugar's on track. We're heading up, and as you know, our target for this is the 2000. The 18 here is where we can expect to see some corrective patterns here. So obviously it hasn't reacted when it's first arrived here, but let's see how it goes when it finishes this, because we're looking for the top of wave 3 here. Whoops-a-daisy. Then wave 4 in here, and then wave 5 up here, and then wave 4 and so on. So hold long, not a problem. Okay, coffee. Now here's coffee. Now, as I pointed out before, we weren't really interested in discussing this, but we'll have a quick shoot the breeze on it. We know that we got 5 waves down here, and we were looking to, and we know that it was ending because the speed of it and the pattern and so on. So we know that it's rallying here. We just need to let it rally a little bit so we can work out if we've got a corrective pattern up here or a or an impulse wave. So either of these can be counted in both ways, because we've got 5 waves up here. This can be wave 1 here, or an A wave and a B wave, or wave 2, and this could be the C wave here. So the A, the B, and the C could be done and dusted, and we move down from that point. Or it could be wave 1 of the next smaller degree, so wave 1 and 2 of 1 degree, then the next smaller degree, 1 and 2 here, and then up here. So yeah, look, I just think we should just wait a little bit longer, but the bias is looking a bit lower here, but we wouldn't short this unless we had the pivot within group 1. So group 1 of 12,000 is 1, 2, and 3. If the 2 here, the 200, became the retested resistance, then you got yourself a short at that stage. So you could look for that if you wanted to, but you're trading in the wrong direction of sugar, because they normally sort of tag along together a little bit. Even though that, you know, coffee and sugar's related in that sort of sense, but sugar's obviously takes up about a quarter of every jar you buy off the Coles shelf, you know, so it's full of it. So right, next here, corn. Okay, corn's obviously also heading higher as well. Now it's likely, I would have moved the stop up, and yes, you can move it up into here somewhere, but this is likely somewhere up here is to likely come back down into the 390 here, and go. I'm probably exaggerating a tad, but we've had one retest, which is good. But it's not a real, it's not like it's moved through there in the correct way, like the arrival, the sort of the reaction. So it's basically the resistance, and then it's done the same on the other side of support, but it's not really, it hasn't really sat on there with a nice corrective pattern. When this one came back here, it had a nice 3-wave price action, and that's why we went long, because we knew that this was a bullish corrective pattern and it would take those highs out there. So we need to expect the one over here. Now, if you want to take some money off the table, then that's fine. That's good. Otherwise, and you can look to add back here, but it might just continue up and make a liar out of me as well. So, yeah, look, basically we'll just stay where we are with this, and we'll just go through the ups and downs of the roller coaster on this one. The wheat market. Now, you know, we were trading the others long, so there wasn't a really big deal to go into this one here. But as I've mentioned before, I'll just clean this up here. The main premise for being long here is this simple 3-wave price action here. That's the same as we had in the corn market. So this one here is going to push up. So we've got a series of 1s and 2s and 1s and 2s here. So this is just going to continue up here a little bit nice and strongly now. So you can also go long on this one if you want. Just put a small, you know, just build into it slowly, but it should continue to the upside now. And the idea would be thinking to yourself, well, if I get a small position below 500, then I can add on 500. We don't know really how far this market's going to go yet. So, you know, we've still got, this is the actual low here, and I've got wave 1 and wave 2 and wave 1 and wave 2. So that really sets the tone for a nice strong bull market. But at the same time, this could be counted as wave A to here, wave B to here, and then 5 waves up into wave C here, and then roll over from here. So if you're going to trade this, you got to get in early and build in here, and then we won't build up here too much until we can actually figure out what we've got here. So we'll keep it very heavier down this end, lighter up this end until we know what we have, and then we can take the next course of action. Alrighty, cheers.